Welcome back, guys, to another live stream today. We've been focusing on pet rescue theme designs this week, and today we're going to be laying out a spread shop around that theme as well. I'll show you some of the designs we made earlier in the week, as well as where you can actually download any of the things you see me create for free. So follow along and just kind of relax, grab some coffee, and follow along as I kind of create a spread shop themed around pet rescue. So first, I'll start by showing you some of the designs we made already this week. So we have Save a Life, Adopt a Rescue Dog, which we made yesterday. And then we have this rescue dog we made up here as well. And we're going live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Today, obviously, we're on YouTube. And we as I create these different designs, I try to show you just how to actually create each one of these designs as well, in case you want to get into creating some things yourself. And whenever I'm done creating any of these live, they're actually available to be downloaded for free as well. I'll show you that, guys, real quick now, and then I'll show you again at the end of the stream. But if you go to, and pull it up here for you real quick. If you go to rescueshelter.spreadshop.com, which is a whole landing page focused around this theme, and it tells you just how you could actually build your brand around a pet rescue. And then if you scroll to the very bottom, there's a section where it says download your free design pack, and you can actually download any of the designs I just showed you for free, and you can use those in your spread shop and sell them right within your very own spread shop. So if this is one of the niches that you're interested in or something you're looking to get into and launch for your rescue shelter, you can use any of these designs to launch right away for free. Spread shop's free, so just jump in there and start selling. All right, so let's jump back real quick, and I'll show you just how you can create a themed spread shop. So it's pretty easy. So let's jump back. So we're going to use one of these designs we kind of already made to start laying out our spread shop. And usually when you open a spread shop, there's really two images that really kind of make the look and feel of the shop. And that's usually the header image, which is called the teaser image, and the logo. If you have those two images, you can do pretty much everything you need to do to make your spread shop look customized and make it look like it's your very own. So let's get started by making that, and I'll try to give you the specs as I'm doing this as well so you guys can follow along. So we're going to jump over to Photoshop, and we're going to create a new document here. And we want a teaser image, which is 1400 by 400 pixels, and that can just be at 72 dpi. And so this is our base start for a header image. And so I'm going to go and grab my images here real quick. So I think I'm going to go with the circle-based one, and we're going to drag that down real quick and just drop it in there. And so we have our image there, and I'm just going to shrink that down just a little bit. And so we have the start of our header image. And I think we're going to grab one of the colors we did as a background here. So if you just select that color, you can go ahead and grab the hex code from that. And feel free to ask any questions too as I'm going through this process. Anything about Spreadshop, anything about designing, and I'll be sure to answer any questions you guys might have. But yeah, let's go ahead and add that backdrop real quick. Oops, gotta change the hex code real quick. And we're gonna drop that color behind that design real quick. And so at the beginning of our header image. And I want to add some texture, I think, to that background as well. And there's a bunch of ways to do this, but it's just the way I'm going to use it. I have some textures I already have that are kind of a similar color theme as well, which I think actually might look pretty cool. So I'm going to drag one of those textures down. And we're going to go ahead and drag it so that it fits the size of our header. And we're going to change the backdrop to have it have a little bit of a drop through with the background color that we chose. If you're looking just for a default, multiply is always a good option, but I think I want a little bit more color in mine. So you'll kind of see how this ends up looking here in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and tone these down as well, so it won't be quite as vivid as when we're done here, but I want to get something with some depth to it, I think. So I think I kind of like that. So yeah, and so now we're going to go grab the opacity and turn that down a little bit so that can kind of just shine through more subtly. I think that's looking pretty good. So we got a base start for our header image. We can add any flourishes or anything like that we might want as well. So I usually work back and forth between Illustrator and Photoshop. So in this case, I think I want to add maybe some flourishes around the outside. So a really easy way to do that is we can actually go ahead and check the sizing here real quick. So this image here in the center, we can figure out what size that is real quick. So that's about 327 pixels. So we're going to jump back to Illustrator. We can use our base image here as an example. I'm going to drag it down. We're going to change our guides to pixels. And we're going to change this to the exact same size that my header image is. So I'm going to go 327. And that could just be approximate. And we're going to zoom in real quick. And I'm going to show you a really cool tool for creating repeating background images. So I'm going to grab, I think I want like a point coming off of it maybe. So if we just use a stroke and point that straight up. Actually, let's make it really long here. There we go. And then we're going to change the stroke to something a little bit thicker. And then we can change the stroke width in the profile, and then we can change that so it has like a subtle change in the actual line thickness there. Let's try that. Okay. So now, after I have that one image that I like, I'm going to center this real quick. We can go up to, in Illustrator, we can go up to Object, go down to Repeat, we'll go to Radial, and then I'm going to, in Radial now, I can go ahead and center that circle on my image so I get a feel of how that's going to look. And what's really cool about this tool is I can choose the amount of repeating objects around that object really quickly. I can also cut it off if I want it to only be in certain areas, and I also control the size of that as well. And any changes I make to one of these images changes on the rest of them too. So it's the quickest way to make kind of a radial repeat. So I'm going to turn that up a good bit. Kind of get like a star pattern out of that, and we're going to slide this back down so we can fill that gap in. And so it's looking pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and we're going to go ahead and grab that. We just copy that and pull that over into our Photoshop real quick and paste it. And we can paste that as a smart object. And then I'm going to drag that image up to fit around. And then I'm going to fade that out a little bit again, just like I did before, so that it kind of fits with the background a little bit better. Something real subtle like that I like. And we might pull it in so it's kind of overlapping a little bit. See how that looks. That's kind of what you're trying to do, is just create something that's visually appealing here for our header. Let's pull it in just a little bit closer. And like I said, guys, feel free to ask any questions I'm going through here. I'll be doing my best to try to help you out, answer any questions you might have about Spreadshop, about designing, anything along those lines. I'll do my best to try to help you. So that looks pretty good. I think our header image is just about done. So I'm going to save that out real quick. And we can just save that for web. And create a folder for that. Call that is called the teaser image in the Spreadshop. So just call it teaser and save. And next thing we're going to do is our logo. So I'm going to create another new document. And the logo is really small, but it's just something that repeats across the different pages on your Spreadshop. So that's 380 by 68. So I'm going to hit create real quick. And same thing, we're going to grab our imagery again and just drag that on down. And I want that to be kind of to the right a little bit and in. And that looks good. I'm going to save that now. And that's all you have to do for your logo. So just a simple image is all you need. And I'm gonna hit that, say logo, and save. And so we have the two images we really need to have to start making our Spreadshop. So I'm gonna hop back over to our Spreadshop and actually start creating it now. So let's go ahead and do that now. Just give me 1 second. All right. So this is the main splash page you'll land on whenever you start creating your Spreadshop. It just gives you a quick overview of all the analytics and base sales channels and stuff like that you have in your Spreadshop, as well as any upcoming promotions, information, etc. So this is kind of where you're going to get started. And now what we want to do is upload those designs we created. So the second tab down here on the left-hand side, select that. You can see some other designs we've created previously. So I'm going to grab my design real quick and just all you do is grab them and you can just drag them right in here and they'll upload here for you. And just give them a moment to finish processing. There we go. We got all of our designs up. It's looking good. So I'm going to show you real quick what the shop is before we get started. So we got to go down here to the left side. The orange tab is our Spreadshop, so we've already created in some of our other live streams. And I want to create a new one today around pet rescues. So I'm just going to go ahead and say new Spreadshop, open shop, and we're going to name our shop. So we'll say pet rescue shop. And here you'll be able to have a chance to choose any themes that Spreadshop has. We have some ones laid out for you that you can just go ahead and choose. I'm going to go for the classic today just to keep it simple. And then the first option it'll give you is just to adjust the colors in your Spreadshop. So I'm going to use the same hex code I used before in my design. So that's my backdrop. So I can grab that really quick. And you can actually go ahead and select this first color here. And you can add your own custom hex code, which is what I'm going to do. Boom. And we're going to hit save. And so we have the base colors for our Spreadshop set up. And now I'm going to start walking you through this, how quickly we can make the Spreadshop. So I'll try to talk you through it and also try to keep it pretty fast to show you how quickly you can set up a Spreadshop at home. And so we use the designs we made before. And so the first place we're going to go is go to page settings, start page. And this is where we get to upload our header image. So I'm going to go to this teaser section, which is the very first section. And we want to upload that file we made previously. So I'm going to grab that real quick. It should be under shop here. And we have our teaser image here. And so I'm just going to drag that over here and drop it. And that will upload here in just a moment. And while that uploads, guys, just as a reminder, if you have any questions about Spreadshop, anything about designing, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to try to help you guys out. And that should upload here in just a moment. We're going to give her a refresh because I think my internet stalled there a little bit. So let's try that one more time. There we go. And so your image will upload here and you can see a preview of it on the right hand side. And generally it will have a headline and a call to action button on top of your image. In this case, I'm going to remove both those options. So you just click these little tabs off right here on the left hand side. You can see that both of those will pop out here, and I'll just have my main imagery that I created here as the focus. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And we're going to go back. And on the start page is where you can really do a lot of your customizations and make your shop look really unique. So I suggest spending more time on this page in the future. We'll jump back to it here in just a moment to do a few more customizations. But before we do that, we're going to go back to appearance. We're going to go to logo. And this is where we're going to upload that smaller image we made earlier as well. So I'm going to grab that now. So just grab it and drag it over here again, this first image selection here. And you'll see that should pop up top here. And so now we have that logo that will repeat across each page as someone's going through a checkout process. So I'm going to hit save again. And so we have the base shop laid out. And so we're going to jump back to our designs tab, which is the second tab down the left-hand side. And we're going to select one of our first designs. So let's go ahead and choose this guy here. And we want to choose the shop we want to place it in, which is the pet rescue shop we just made. Hit next. And it will automatically add that add that design to products for you. And you can make any adjustments as well for anything that might not work. So like white on white for that sticker, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And we can also choose different product templates as well that are already pre-created, as well as we can save any that we create as well. So I'm going to try maybe some different lighter colors for this guy. So it looks pretty good. I'm just going to remove this other darker one. And I think I like the rest of those for the most part. And so I have that automatically laid out across these different products. And again, we're going to move the white on white areas here real quick. And you can also change the product colors too. So if I select any of the products, I can go to product color and I can change that to something that fits that design better, and then select done, which is what I'm going to do there. And I think the rest of them are looking pretty good. So we have our beginning of our products, and then hit next. And we're just going to go ahead and add a name. We'll call it rescue. And then you want to add a description, and you want to go into a little bit more detail than I am now, but just for the sake of time, I'm keeping it short. I think that's pretty good. And you want at least 3 tags normally. So go ahead and add at least 3 to this section here, and then hit create. And we're done with that design. So we actually have our products created already. But we're going to go ahead and create the other selection of products here real quick as well. So we're going to at least do 2 designs today. We'll go ahead and do this one here. Same thing, select the Pet Rescue Spreadshop. Hit next. It'll automatically create the products for you. I think that's looking pretty good. We're just going to remove this guy, and the rest look like they're okay. Hit next. And we'll just go with save a life. And like I said, go into a little more detail on the description sides. And we'll go ahead and call this rescue as well. So like I said, you want at least 3 tags under this section. And I hit create. And we have our second design created. And so we're almost done already with our Spreadshop. So we can literally launch this stuff in a matter of minutes. So we're going to jump back to our Spreadshop, which is at the left-hand side. It's the orange tab. Select the shop we created. And if I scroll down, you can see the products that we created with the designs that are uploaded as well. And so what I want to do now is I want to make some small adjustments to make this page a little more customized. And so I'm going to go back to page settings here, go to start page, and I want to remove the trust logo down here and the create your own. So I just go ahead and over to the left hand side here, I want to trust elements, toggle that off, hit save. And we're going to go down to customize tool banner, toggle that off as well, hit save. And I want to move my designs up above my products. So you can just grab and drag and then drop it. And that'll reorder here in just a second. So my designs are featured first, along with some products below that, which I think is looking pretty clean. Looks like a good shop. Hit save. And that's about it, guys, to be honest, because if we expand the preview here, we can take a look at the shop and how it's looking right now. We can see how it looks on desktop. We can see how it looks like on a tablet, and we can see how it looks like on a phone as well. Looks good across all 3 of those. So we can collapse that preview. And then the final thing we need to do is launch our shop. And then right after you launch it, the biggest thing that people don't do is they don't market their shop enough. So when you launch your shop, make sure to follow it up by posting it on social media, talking about it across the different platforms, so you can really take advantage of your shop launch. And when you launch your shop for the first time, you'll be offered a 15% off coupon, which you can use to then promote your Spreadshop right after you launch. So it's a great way to get sales right after you launch your Spreadshop. So there's 2 ways to launch your shop. If you go up to launch shop here, that'll be the quickest way. But also you can also go into your settings as well here and go to online to turn your shop on. And you also have the option to turn it offline for whatever reason. You might want to do that as well. But go ahead, I'm gonna go do it right now. I'm gonna go up here to the left-hand side, hit launch shop. You can see my 15% off coupon has popped up here, so it is live, and I have that for about 2 weeks. That where I can go ahead and advertise that coupon code and drive sales to my Spreadshop. So really take advantage of that right after you launch to make sure to get to those sales right off the gate, and let people know that your shop exists. So we can go ahead and copy that URL, and that shop should be live now. So if we just open up a new tab, and here's our live shop. So exactly how it'll look like when a customer lands on it. So say if I pick a product that I like, I can then pick the color, the size, add to cart, and we go to our shopping cart, and you can see they can check out right from there. And the 15% off coupon is automatically applied to the checkout as well, so they don't even have to do anything on their end to add that coupon, so they get to save money just by adding the product to their cart. But let's jump back to the main page so you guys can kind of see how that looks like one more time. And you see we did that in a matter of minutes. The only thing I said you guys need to make a really customized Spreadshop is you need a header image here, and you need your logo up here in the left-hand corner. And both of those take a matter of minutes to lay out as well. And you can use some of the designs that you created to kind of lay those out. And when you launch, I usually suggest starting with no more than 2 to 3 designs. So this is kind of a perfect shop to launch with. It's just having 2 designs. Because if you overcomplicate it, then can be overwhelming for a customer, and you might lose sales. So you can see with this product, I have a lot of products I'm offering just for that one design. So you can offer a good variety with just 1 or 2 designs and offer a lot of different products that we offer. We have different accessories, we have stickers, everything you might want to sell through your Spreadshop. And like I said, Spreadshop is free. These designs that you see in this shop are free. And I'll go ahead and show those to you again real quick before I sign out here, guys. So if we jump back here real quick into this landing page, which you can find at rescueshelter.spreadshop.com, and you want to go to this main page here, scroll down to the bottom. It'll also give you some tips and tricks on how to open up your very own Spreadshop, similar to what I was giving you today. And now scroll down, and if you go to the bottom, it'll say download your free design pack here. So all the designs you saw today will be able to be downloaded for free through there. I've created all those live and live stream those designs creations. So anything I make live, we'll actually be able to download and add to your very own Spreadshop. So if this is something you're interested in, pet rescue or anything like that, you can go ahead and launch Spreadshop and start selling the designs that are pre-made for you for free. So there's really no reason for you to not launch a shop if this is something you're interested in. Sign up for free. You need a name and email, and you launch it in a matter of minutes. And I kind of just showed you that here. So it's pretty neat. So we got a lot of other landing pages too, in case you have any other interest that you might want to launch a Spreadshop with, and you can get started with some free designs. We have podcast themes, which is podcast.spreadshop.com. We have digital artists, which is digitalartist.spreadshop.com. We have gamers, which is gamers.spreadshop.com. And we also have, I think we got some more coming up too. But yeah, keep an eye out. I'll try to update you guys on those different landing pages. And what that does is it allows you to launch a Spreadshop without having to worry about anything on your end, and it takes those pain points away. So you get free designs. We give some tips and tricks on these pages, exactly how to do it. So if any of these niches, any of these hobbies are something that you're interested in, you can launch and have a shop up in a matter of minutes and use our designs and start selling those designs in your very own Spreadshop without actually having to hire a designer or anything like that. So be sure to check that out. Today it's rescueshelter.spreadshop.com, and you'll be able to grab any of the designs that you see in my shop here. And I'll jump back and show you some of the other ones that we had on a better background here real quick. And let me switch over real quick. And so here's a kind of a zoom in on some of the designs we made. We have the save a life, adopt a rescue dog, and we have the fun animated dog we hear. And we'll have at least 10 other designs in that design pack that you can download from that website I gave you earlier. Again, and that is, like I said, rescueshelter.spreadshop.com. So thanks for joining me again today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that and just saw how easy it is to open up your very own Spreadshop. And make sure to jump in and download the designs for free. So thanks for joining me again today, guys, and we'll see you again next time.